everyone, welcome to my channel Omni Gyan. Since the SSLC examination are approaching and the month as declared by the Education Minister of Meghalaya that exams will be conducted after 14th of April, uh, though things are not yet confirmed. You'll automatically come to know when things gets confirmed through newspapers and other media houses. But we can certainly say that we still have got ample time. And today I have brought a video on one word substitution, which is in the syllabus of class 10 additional English. And here in this video, I have selected previous year question papers starting from 2009. Okay, so from 2009 to almost 2016-17 question papers. Here I have selected only one word substitution. So let us discuss the one word substitutions from the previous year question papers. And if you study these one word substitutions, there are possibilities that you may get maybe a couple of them common in your coming SSLC exams. Okay, though things are not sure, but it is always good to practice things, right? Anyways, without much ado, let us start the video. So here you see the question comes in this way: replace the underlined words with one word and rewrite the sentence, making changes wherever necessary. So it means that you'll have to use one word for the underline, for a underlined group of words. Okay, so on and on, say for example on and on, there are three words here, right? There are three words here, and in place of these three words you have to replace these three words with the help of one word, which actually means this: on and on means gradually also. Okay, so on and on means gradually also, right? Now let me say a few things before we actually go into the video. One word substitution does not only mean that they ask you a direct word. Sometimes what happens is that in our day-to-day use also, we use certain words which actually are not concrete one word substitution, direct one word substitution. Okay, those are not direct one word substitution, like on and on. On and on, it means gradually. So on and gradually, these are this comes in our everyday speech. Okay, these are not concrete one word substitution. Okay, so you will have to remember that some one word substitutions are very concrete. Say for example, a person who looks at the bright side of things, one word substitution is optimistic. These are concrete. But gradually, words like gradual, and we'll come across similar other words which are quite common in use. So sometimes examiners who set question papers, they are quite tricky. They give you certain one word substitution which we use in our day-to-day life, in our daily speeches also. Okay, so let us just see. And another thing is that you can make necessary changes in the sentences. Here it is not required, but in the coming sentences we'll see that some necessary changes in the sentences can be made accordingly. Okay, so let us discuss. So the army advanced on and on. So the answer is the army advanced gradually. So instead of on and on, you can use the word gradually. All right, let's move on. You can keep your copies and pens and go on noting down if you do not have the previous year question papers. Okay, these are solved previous year question papers. Now let's come to this: all in a family are kin to one another. Okay, so kin to one another is underlined. This is little not blurry actually, but this is little not much darker. I hope all of you can see. So the underlined words are kin to one another. So kin means relative. Okay, kin means relatives. So all in a family are relatives. So kin to one another, the one word substitution is all in a family are, and one word substitution in place of kin to one another. Okay, these 4 words you use that one word. Okay, relatives, right? Next we move on to number C. She can speak English with a flow. So with a flow has been underlined here. Okay, I hope you can see. It's not very dark, but I hope you can see. With a flow. So with a flow, she can speak English fluently. She can speak English with a flow. Same meaning, she can speak English fluently. So you substituted the words with a flow with the word fluently, right? Now we move on. Next sentence. The chair is lying at the back of the table. So at the back of the table is underlined. Okay, at the back of the table. So at the back of the table, you see these are certain words that we use in our day-to-day lives. In our daily speeches, we use these words. At the back of the table, you can substitute at the back of the table with the word behind. And as it is said that you can make necessary changes also. The chair is lying behind the table. At the back of the table, behind the table. So at the back means behind, right? Okay, let us move on. The wrestler lifted up with great effort. So with great effort. Okay, so with great effort has been underlined. So it means the wrestler lifted up forcibly. Okay, with great effort, the huge piano. So instead of with great effort, you can use the word forcibly. So the wrestler lifted up forcibly the huge piano with great effort. Okay, forcibly the huge piano, right? Let's move on. The close row of bushes serving as a fence is slightly overgrown. Okay, so the underlined words are close row, okay, of bushes serving as a fence. Till here it is underlined. So close row of bushes serving as a fence, if you substitute it with one word, it means the hedges. Okay, bushes you see, no, in gardens, those are called hedges. Okay, so and if you see bushes, they all they all are uh, planted together. Okay, and normally you'll be you'll see in houses that near their fences they have these bushes. Generally we see these in parks or maybe outside big hotels. Okay, when there's a garden, they have these bushes lining up together, which also looks like a fence, like a wall. Okay, so close row of bushes serving as a fence, this means the hedges. Okay, the hedges is slightly overgrown. All right, I hope it's quite clear and the answers are already here, but I'm just explaining you in case you might find it quite easy. His coat has a slit through which a button is passed. So slit through which a button is passed. Okay, now slit through which a button is passed. Now if you substitute these whole words, how many words are there? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 words. You can substitute these 7 words with only one word. Okay, or a compound word, buttonhole. A buttonhole means a hole, a slit through which a button is passed. So his coat has a buttonhole. See, these are the words which are very commonly used regularly. Okay, these are not concrete one word substitutions. These are simple one word substitutions. Okay, that we use regularly. Okay, let's move on. All right, so here you see we move on to another year. Okay, see, I told you already from 2009 to almost 2016 I have collected, and 17 18 19 and 20 I'll make another fresh new video. Okay, I just wanted to keep this video a little short. Okay, let's discuss again. The school has huge ground that football and cricket can be played together at the same time. So at the same time has been underlined, and the one word substitution is simultaneously. Now remember, here actually the answer is written like that, but you should not write only that particular word. Okay, do not write only one word, you use the whole sentence. Okay, so you'll have to write how the school, in the answer you'll have to write like that: the school has a huge ground that football and cricket can be played together simultaneously. Okay, after together put simultaneously, don't write only simultaneously. You'll get half marks out of 1, you'll only get half if you write simultaneously. Okay, sometimes I do not know, but examiners may not consider your answer and give you 0. Okay, it depends. Okay, but in general if you write the correct answer you get half, but don't write one word. You are supposed to write the whole sentence and then replace these group of words with only one word. Okay, let us move on. The army major's mother received his bravery award after his death. So the answer will be posthumously. Okay, if any award or any thing is given after death, if any event happens based on that person's life, that is called posthumously. His book was published after his death, so his book was published posthumously. So after his death is replaced by the word posthumously. Now again, don't use only posthumously, you have to write the whole sentence. It will be how the army major's mother received his bravery award posthumously. You have to write like that. Okay, the army major's mother received his bravery award posthumously. Right? Okay, let's move on. Be careful, there are berries that are unfit to be eaten. So unfit to be eaten is to be replaced by the word inedible. Inedible means something that is not fit to be eaten. So again, don't write in one word, use the full sentence. Be careful, there are berries that are inedible. Okay, be careful, there are berries that are inedible. I would ask all of you to go on writing, and you can pause the video also meanwhile. Okay, sometimes you can pause the video before I move on to the next page. You can pause the video. I'll give you 2-3 seconds of time to pause your video, and you can take screenshots also. But I feel that instead of taking screenshots, it is better for students always to write in their copies. Okay, students must always write things, notes in their copies, and not keep it inside the WhatsApp or because last minute revision you cannot depend on mobile phones or your computers, so it is better always to write. So right now you watch the video, you can pause somewhere, okay, and write down the important instructions also. Along with that you can go on writing the answers. Let's move on. The assembly of listeners were enthralled by his speech. So the underlined group of words are the assembly of listeners. So we always know that assembly of listeners means audience. So audience were enthralled by his speech. So don't write only audience, you have to write in full. Okay, so instead of this particular blank particular area underlined group of words, okay, you can use the word audience. I'm actually using my mouse to write. I hope you'll pardon my handwriting, it's just because of the mouse. Okay, audience were enthralled by his speech, so you have to write like that. Got it? Let's move on. It was his excessive love of wealth that made Tughlaq take crazy decision. The answer is in the next page actually. Remember, excessive love of wealth. So it was his. Okay, greed is actually incorrect. Greed is not the correct word. It will be avaricious. Avaricious. I'll give you the spelling. Here it will be avaricious. Excessive love of wealth. It is avaricious. Okay. The spelling of wealth is incorrect. It should be 1 L. It is avaricious, not greed. All right. I'll give you the spelling. So it was his. This will be it. This will be it. Okay. Let's move on. The children in that neighborhood are so naughty. Again, there's a spelling mistake. This will be you. are so naughty that they simply cannot be corrected. So that they simply cannot be corrected is incorrigible. It means incorrigible. Something that cannot be corrected is incorrigible. So you can write the children in that neighborhood are, no need to write so, or you can write so also, it's okay, are so incorrigible. The children in that neighborhood are so, instead of this group of words you can write incorrigible. Okay, incorrigible. I'm not writing in full, incorrigible. Alright, then the ill practice of killing the girl infant should be dealt with firmly by law. So killing the girl infant is replaced by the word infanticide. So the ill practice of infanticide. Okay, so killing the girl infant, killing an infant girl, killing a baby girl means infanticide. So the ill practice of infanticide, killing any infant, infant means baby. Okay, killing any baby is infanticide. So the ill practice of killing the girl infant should be dealt with firmly by law, means the ill practice of infanticide should be dealt with firmly by law. So after of you put the word infanticide and then should be dealt with firmly by law. Leela and my sister are working in the same office. Okay, so working in the same office means Leela and my cousin are colleagues. Okay, so working in the same office is replaced by the word colleagues. So Leela and my sister are colleagues. Write in a sentence. Beware of people who pick others' pockets. So this is quite easy. Beware of pickpockets. Those who pick people's pockets, pick others' pockets are known as pickpockets. So beware of pickpockets. In sentence, Mr. Lal is the only character who does not mix with others in the locality. So somebody who does not mix with people are known as unsocial, are introvert, who do not mix with people. Sometimes introvert also, and sometimes like they have attitude problems, so they do not mix with people in their own locality also. So Mr. Lal is the only character who is unsocial. Okay, who is. You can make necessary changes. There is no problem if you wish to make necessary changes in the sentences. Okay, then you can do that. So Mr. Lal is the only character who is unsocial. So you can put a word is and then you can add the word, one word, unsocial. Okay. The old man welcomed his long lost son with all his heart. So with all his heart, it can be heartily also, Heartily. It can be heartily also, but the most appropriate is cheerfully. The old man welcomed his long lost son cheerfully. Okay, one word, cheerfully. So you'll have to write it in a sentence. Let's move on. Here you see, let's move on. Okay, we'll move on a little faster now. The tiger is an animal that lives on flesh. The tiger is a carnivorous animal that lives on flesh. Should have been underlined. They have not underlined here actually. Anyways, the tiger is an animal that lives on flesh. That lives on flesh means the tiger is a carnivorous animal. So can you see that the word animal, which was there in the beginning, it came at the end. Okay, so you can make changes where necessary. It's already given here. See, you can make these kind of changes. You can make. There's no problem with it. Okay, the people watching the match were enthralled by the young boy's performance. So here again, the people watching the match. Okay, so people watching the match, this should have been underlined. So people watching the match means audience, right? So the audience were enthralled by the young boys apostrophe s, young boys performance. Okay, next one. He mentioned to me about the matter in a casual manner. Okay, in a casual manner. In a casual manner should be underlined here. So he mentioned to me casually about the matter, or you can write in this way also. He mentioned to me about the matter casually. In either ways you can write. He mentioned to me. So casually is the word actually. This one word is actually casually. In a casual manner is casually. So he mentioned to me casually about the matter, or you can write in this way also. He mentioned to me about the matter and then casually. About the matter casually. In either ways you can write. Driving fast, he met with an accident which caused his death. Okay, so here driving fast, he met with an accident which caused his death. So which caused his death should have been underlined. Okay, or an accident which caused his death is being underlined. Now you can replace it in this way: driving fast, he met with a, this is incomplete actually, with a, again pardon my handwriting, I'm actually writing with a mouse. He met with a fatal accident. This should be the one word actually. Driving fast, he met with a fatal accident. So driving fast, he met with an accident which caused his death. So an accident which caused his death becomes fatal accident. So driving fast, he met with a fatal accident. You can write down. I'll give you 2-3 seconds. Okay, you can pause the video also and write it down. Okay, let's move on then. The strong fortress cannot be conquered. So cannot be conquered should have been underlined here. Conquered spelling, there is a mistake. Q-U-E-R-E-D. Okay, so the strong fortress cannot be conquered. The strong, there is a spelling mistake here. The strong fortress is unconquerable. So cannot be conquered means unconquerable. The strong fortress is unconquerable. Okay, let's move on then. Now this particular question, number F, F has been asked quite a number of times, and this is a very common one word substitution that is used. So this one word substitution is, has been repeated quite a number of times also previously. He can use both his right and left hand with equal ease. So he can use both his left and right hand with equal ease. So somebody who uses both his left hand and right hand is known as ambidextrous. Ambidextrous. So he is an ambidextrous. Okay, he is an ambidextrous means he can use both his right and left hand with equal ease. So he is an ambidextrous. Please note the spelling of ambidextrous. Okay, it's a little difficult spelling, not that much difficult also. Ambidextrous, T-R-O-U-S. Okay, let's move on. My grandmother, who is 84 years of age, is still hale and hearty. So 84 years of age has to be underlined. 84 year of age. These are the group of words that is to be replaced by the word octogenarian. So my mother, who is an octogenarian, is still hale and hearty. Okay, this is concrete. This is an example of concrete one word substitution, literary one word substitution, not the normal one that we use regularly, in our day-to-day life. This is quite how do I put it, this is a jargon actually, not exactly a jargon, but this particular term is used, is not commonly used, but you must remember it. My grandmother, who is an octogenarian, is still hale and hearty. Let us move on. I hope all of you can see. Rewrite the following sentences. So here again the same thing, so you can make necessary changes wherever necessary. He is fit to be chosen. Fit to be chosen means he is, there is a mistake, it is eligible, E-L-I-G-I-B-L-E, eligible. Okay, and unfit to be chosen is ineligible. Okay, next one, the road is easy of approach. Easy of approach should be underlined. The road is accessible. Easy of approach means accessible. It is a story worthy of being believed. So anything that you believe is true. Okay, so a story worthy of being believed. So you can write, it is a true story. You can, as it is said, you can make changes where necessary. Right? Next, the machine is no longer in use. So something which is no longer in use is, the machine is, see, there are two things that you can write here. The machine is useless. This is a normal day-to-day language. You can use another also. Obsolete. Something which is no longer is used is obsolete. 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 Something which is no longer in use is also called obsolete. You can write useless also, but I would prefer you to write obsolete. Okay, so the answer given in this this thing is not very much proper. I would say not very much proper. I won't say it is wrong, but I would say it is not very much proper. Right? Okay. Let's move on. The farmer made an odd figure to scare away birds. We all know this, that farmers, in fields you often find that farmers, uh, you know, keep a figure with an earthen pot, and there's a cross, and on that cross a shirt or a t-shirt is being fitted, and that is known as a scarecrow. Generally you find in paddy fields. Okay, these birds come and they eat away the crops, right? So farmers made farmers make scarecrows. Okay, so an odd figure to scare away birds. Scarecrow does not mean they scare away crows only. It can be any bird. So the farmer made a scarecrow. Okay, not an scarecrow, a scarecrow. The farmer made a scarecrow. The house were all of one mind in a matter. All of one mind in a matter. So the house was comfortable, relaxing. Okay, comfortable. So the house was comfortable. Next, they are the inhabitants of Greenland. Remember, these kind of questions are a little tricky, and these kind of questions needs little geographical knowledge. We'll come across one or two more such kind of examples where a country is named. So you can see, look at the trick. There are no one word substitutions like this. But inhabitants of Greenland is a snowy country. Okay, so inhabitants of Greenland are, in majority, they are Eskimos. So they are the Eskimos. Inhabitants of Greenland are, obviously, you find majority of Eskimos living there. Okay, it's a very cold country. So inhabitants of Greenland, Eskimos. We'll find another example here. It is a game in which neither side has won. So obviously we know that when neither side, game in which neither side has won. So when neither side wins, it is a drawn game. It is a drawn game or a drawn match. Okay, so it's, the game is drawn. Okay, nobody is a winner. So it is a drawn game. He died suffering for one's faith. So suffering for one's faith. We have the answer in the next page. Okay, remember the question. He died suffering for one's faith is, he died sacrificing. Suffering for one's faith is sacrificing, like Jesus Christ, he did. Okay, he died for people's sake. He died for a big cause. Okay, so he died sacrificing for our lives. Okay, next one. He's a person taking a hopeful view of things. So any person who takes a hopeful view of things, or it may be asked in this way also. He's a person who looks at the brighter side of things. So always positive in attitude. So somebody who is always positive in attitude is known as an optimist person. So if you rearrange the sentence, it becomes, he is an optimist person. Okay, let us move on. Here in this particular page, you'll find the questions. So I would ask all of you to pause the video and write down the questions and underline the words, because the answers, all the answers will come in the next page, and I will read out the questions first. Then I'll read out the answers only. Alright, so I'll just wait for 2-3 seconds. Please you can pause the video and write down the questions. It will be easier to understand as I explain. So the first question, my friend has left his own country to settle everywhere. Alright, so now here the underlined words are, has left his own country to settle elsewhere. Ashok speaks many languages, so underlined word is many languages, speaks many languages. The child delivered a speech without previous preparation. So you already know this, these things. You participate in this kind of competitions. A speech without previous preparation will know the answer in a meanwhile. Love is incapable of being divided. This is also quite easy. God knows or sees everything. Very easy. Only candidates with the required qualification were selected for the posts. Very, very easy. Now, let us analyze the answer. Question number A. My friend has left his own country to settle elsewhere. So, leaving one's own country and going abroad and settling somewhere else. Okay, going to live somewhere else, leaving his own country and going to some other country is known as immigrant. My friend is an, because immigrant, the word starts with a vowel, so we put the article an. My friend is an immigrant. Let's move on to the next, number B. Ashok speaks many languages. Ashok is a polyglot. So someone who speaks many languages is known as a polyglot. Remember, polyglot. Okay, I'll come back to the previous slide and again move back to discuss the answer. The child delivered, number C. The child delivered a speech without previous preparation. The answer is quite easy. Any speech which is prepared, which is delivered without any preparation is known as what? 2 seconds. Guess the answer. Let's move on and see whether your guess is correct. The child delivered an extempo speech. Speech word was missing from here. The child delivered an extempo, so we call it extempore. E-X-T-E-M-P-O-R, extempo speech. Okay, let's come back. Love is incapable of being divided. So something that cannot be divided is indivisible. Very easy. You've learned in mathematics also. Something that cannot be divided is known as indivisible. Okay, so number 4, indivisible. Let's check the answer. Yes, the answer is absolutely correct. Love is indivisible. Now, God knows everything, or God can see everything. So obviously, God knows everything means He is omniscient. I know you have already seen the answer, but if you can guess even without seeing the answer, I'm definite you'll earn very good marks in the exam. God is omniscient. The next one, only candidates with required qualification were selected for the post. You often see in interviews, in advertisements, advertisements in the newspapers for different posts. It is given that eligible candidates. Eligible means candidates who have the required qualifications that were asked by that institution, by that organization. Say for example, there's an organization ABC, which is a post is vacant there, and they are selecting candidates. So they have asked for, say, a master's degree or an MSc. So they'll write that candidates, they'll write MSc and other degrees and diplomas they must have with them. There's an age limit also, okay, and they'll write only eligible candidates will be called for the interview or will be given the job. So eligible means candidates who are having those qualifications as required by that organization. So only eligible. So eligible is the word. Let's see how the sentence has been arranged. So only eligible candidates were selected for the post. So you'll have to rearrange the sentence, okay, rewrite the sentence, okay, to make it meaningful. So only eligible candidates were selected for the post. I think there's a mistake here. Candidates with required selection should be underlined. Candidates with required qualification should be underlined. Were selected for the posts. I don't think it was necessary. I do not know whether this is a mistake. Here, from where I've collected these one word substitution, or whether it was really printed, but I don't think board will incorrectly print any question paper. Okay, they're very responsible. MBOS, Meghalaya Board of School Education, I'm definite. There's no mistake on that part. Anyways, let us move ahead. So only eligible candidates were selected for the posts. Let's move ahead. And these were the answer keys of this particular page. So we'll move on. Next page. Okay. So it was his excessive love for money. Okay, that alienated. Now again, and there are questions given here and answers are discussed in the next page. So it was his excessive love for money that alienated him from all. So he became separated from all because he loved money too much. So excessive love for money has been underlined. Let us discuss the questions. Again, I'll give you 2-3 seconds. Please pause the video and you can write all the questions down. Okay, we'll move on. The body, number B. The body was taken to the place where the dead are burnt. So place where the dead are burnt, I think you can guess already. The people assembled in a round open air structure with rows of seats to watch the gladiators. I think you know this. Roman gladiators, Rome, okay? I'm sure you'll know this. Okay, so a round open air structure with rows of seats to watch the gladiators has been underlined here. Number D. With all the hard works put in, victory was a sure thing to happen. So sure thing to happen has been underlined here. Next, she was cooking for him meals to recover from illness. So meals to recover from illness has been underlined here. We'll check the answers in the next page. Last one, he is fit to be elected for the post of president. Now fit to be elected. Let's see what fit to be elected means in one word. We'll check the answers in the next page. Okay, I hope you have written the questions. Let us discuss the answers now. So excessive love. Oh, I'm sorry, there are more questions. The retired officer now holds an important post, but it is one for which no salary is paid. So a post for which salary is not paid. So what is that post called? We'll learn that. The PM's speech was loudly cheered by the assembly of hearers. Okay, so by the assembly of hearers. I think you already know now the assembly of hearers. Did you notice one thing, students, that some of the questions are repeated, but they have been repeated in an indirect way. Answer is same, but the question has been, written in a different way, but the answer is same. So the assembly of hearers, when there's a gathering, okay, when there's a gathering somewhere and that gathering is watching something, okay, that is called what? I think you already know the answer because the answer keys are already here. But anyways, if you guessed it correctly, it's fantastic. His wife would advise him to look at the bright side of things. We have done this. I told you already. Somebody who looks at the positive side of things, somebody who looks at the bright side of things, somebody who looks at every opportunities very positively. One answer, only one answer. We'll discuss the answers now. See, it was his excessive love for money that alienated him from all. So the answer is avarice. Okay, you can restructure the sentence and write accordingly. Okay, I'll just discuss the answers and not make the video lengthy now. Okay, the body was taken to the place where the dead are burnt. We call crematory. Okay, crematory is a place where dead bodies are burnt, and where dead bodies are buried are known as graveyard. So crematory is the answer for number B. Number C. The people assembled in a round open air structures with rows of seats. Obviously this is what? Arena. A-R-E-N-A. Arena. Okay, this is arena. Next. With all the hard works put in, victory was a sure thing to happen. Sure thing to happen. This is not an example of concrete one word substitution. This is an example of the one word substitution which is commonly used, okay, in our day-to-day lives. So was a sure thing to happen means was certain to happen, okay, or was certain. With all the hard works put in, victory was, you can write like that, victory was certain. Some I can help you, some you can write your own sentences. The people assembled in an arena. An arena. A-R-E-N-A, because A, the word starts with a vowel, so an arena. So the people assembled in an arena to watch the gladiators. So in this way, okay. Let's move on very quickly. She was cooking for him meals to recover from illness. So number E. What does number E say? Convalescent. So convalescent meals are those meals which are given to a sick person so that he can recover from his illness. Okay. Convalescent meals. So you can write like that. She was cooking convalescent meals for him. She was cooking convalescent meals for him. Full stop. He is fit to be elected for the post of president. Again, fit to be elected. Eligible. He is fit to be elected. So he is eligible for the post of president. In the previous slide, we discussed legible. Okay, eligible. Eligible. Right. He is eligible for the post of president, like that, in this way. Okay. Number G, for which no salary is paid, is honorary. Okay, any post for which salary is not paid is known as honorary. So the retired officer now holds an important post, but it is honorary. No changes is made. No changes are made. It is honorary. So quite easy. Number H is very easy. The assembly of hearers, audience. Number H, audience. And number 9 is, we have done this. Look at the bright side of things. Optimistic. So his wife would advise him to be optimistic. To be. The B word is not here, but you will have to add it to make it a meaningful sentence. Be optimistic. Again, pardon my handwriting. I hope you can understand at least. Optimistic. Alright. This is O. Optimistic. We'll move on. The student was asked to produce a document allowing permission to travel abroad. The student was asked to produce a passport. Passport. Allowing permission to travel abroad. This is passport, okay, not visa. Passport. He is a hater of mankind. He is a misanthropist. This is correct. He is a misanthropist. So hater of mankind means misanthropist. Cancer is a disease which cannot be cured. So which cannot be cured, you can easily guess. The opposite of cured is incurable. Okay, so cancer is an, because it starts with vowel I, so an article. Cancer is an incurable disease. The frog is an animal that lives on land as well as in water. So any animal or any mammal or any animal that lives both on land and in water is known as an amphibian. The frog is an amphibian. The body has acquired such bad habits that now he is beyond correction. So someone who is beyond correction, okay. Beyond correction is known what? The body has acquired such habits, okay. I think this is the last document that we have. I'll write the answer here, okay. Please bear with the handwriting. He is beyond correction is, he is incorrigible. We have done this already. See, some few of these incorrigible. I-N-C-O-R-R-I. Incorrigible. Incorrigible. So you can write like that. The body has acquired such bad habits that now he is incorrigible. Beyond correction, incorrigible. Incorrigible we have already done previously. So you see that there are few questions which have been repeated, but the question has been asked in the sentences in the questions have been changed, but the answer is same. So you'll have to study the questions very carefully, and my suggestions to all of you would be that please be prepared, well prepared before attempting exams, because, and let me tell you one thing, composition and grammar is such a part where you get full on marks. You get full marks. Okay, if you say there are 7 questions, 8 questions, if you write all the questions correctly, you'll definitely get full marks. You're definite to get full marks. Okay, 6 correct, 6 out of 6. All right. So this was all from me. I hope you have liked the video very much. Thank you so much, and all the best for your upcoming exams. I'll be coming with some more new videos which will be beneficial for all of you. Thank you so much. Please subscribe the channel, share the video, and if you have any doubt, feel free to comment in the comment box. Thank you so much. Alright, now let us continue. He left the car in a hurried manner as he was late for a work. So in a hurried manner has been underlined, so this would be hurriedly. Alright, in a hurried manner would be hurriedly. Next one, air is something that cannot be seen. So something that cannot be seen, very easy. Air is invisible, so invisible is the word, right? We celebrate the Christmas festival once a year. So once a year means something that comes yearly. So we celebrate the Christmas festival. The is missing from here. Okay, there are plenty of printing mistakes actually. We celebrate the Christmas festival yearly. So once a year becomes yearly. Most of the children can speak 2 languages. So 2 languages means bilingual. So most of the children are bilingual. Okay. Next. A teacher must be completely unbiased when dealing with her students. So completely unbiased means he should be neutral. So a teacher must be neutral when dealing with her students. So neutral is the substitution for these group of words. Okay. Next, he gave up his job by giving formal notice. So we always know that giving up a job refers to resigning. So he resigned from his job by giving formal notice. So gave up his job. You know, there are few questions that you can guess also. Okay. Now here, if you have a quite good command over English, you can guess also. Okay. So in this manner, you can, in this case, you can guess also. So he gave up his job. He resigned from his job. Okay. You just need to structure the sentence. That's it. In fact, restructure the sentence. That is it. Next. Peter is a man who creates laughter with his words and actions in a circus. So somebody, okay, if you have seen a circus even in television or in real, you'll see that a person who creates laughter, there's a person who comes and he creates laughter. Okay, he makes the audience laugh with his words and actions in a circus. Peter is a joker in a circus. So joker is that word. So Peter is a joker in a circus. Right? Peter is a joker in a circus. Let us move on. The mother sang a song to put her baby to sleep. So a song that puts, it will be from a song that puts a baby to sleep is known as a lullaby. The mother sang a lullaby. Okay. Let's continue. The publisher gave me a list of books. So we know that a list of books is known as a catalog. List of books is called a catalog. Say for example, if you asked a question, the waiter gave me a card or a list of food items. So list of food items means menu. Okay. So the waiter gave me a menu. MENU. Okay, it is similar to that, almost similar to that. Catalog, list of books. They are the inhabitants of Holland. You remember Greenland, Eskimos. Okay, inhabitants of Greenland known as Eskimos. So inhabitants of Holland is known as Dutch. So they are Dutch. These kind of questions could be asked. Okay, these kind of questions could be asked. So you have to be prepared, and moreover there will be options. But I would suggest you to prepare the one word substitutions very nicely, and you can refer to your prescribed textbooks. Okay. The clerk has asked for retirement willingly before the completion of his age. The clerk has asked for voluntary retirement. So retirement willingly before the completion of the age. This will be completion, okay, not competition. I'm very sorry. I told you there are plenty of spelling mistakes. We have to be very careful. Complete. I'm sorry. COMPLETE. Complete. Completion. I'm sorry. Completion. TION. Okay, the clerk has asked for retirement willingly before the completion of his age. So before completing his age, say the retirement age is 60 years. So before 60 years, he um, wished to get retired. So that is called a voluntary retirement. Okay, you are retiring at your own will. Okay, you wish to get retired before your retirement age. That is called a voluntary retirement. It is not a normal. Okay, it is not a normal retirement. Okay, advanced retirement. Next, she is a person who spends money lavishly. So somebody who spends money lavishly is known as a spendthrift. Okay, now spendthrift here, the spelling is not correct, in the sense that spendthrift is one word. There is no hyphen. Don't put a hyphen. She is a spendthrift. Okay, put it together. SPENDTHRIFT. She is a person who spends money lavishly. So a person who spends money lavishly, you can write like that. This whole thing should be underlined. She is a person who spends money lavishly. She is spendthrift. My grandfather, who is 74 years old, is a social worker. So we learned 80 years old. This is 74 years old. So 74-year-old, there's a spelling mistake here. Okay, 74-year-old, 70 to 70, 70 and 70, who is between 70 and 79. Okay, any person who is between 70 to 79, 70 to 79 is known as septuagenarian. There's a spelling mistake. Septua, TUA. Please mark the spelling. SEPTUAGENARIAN. So septuagenarian. This will be U, not W. It will be U. Okay. So my septuagenarian grandfather is a social worker. See, these are some twisted one word substitutions given. Not very easy, but not very difficult also. You'll be having options. Okay, but I would suggest you to prepare very nicely again. Okay, let us see. To all of you would be that please be prepared, well prepared before attempting exams, because, and let me tell you one thing, composition and grammar is such a part where you get full on marks. You get full marks. Okay, if you say there are 7 questions, 8 questions, if you write all the questions correctly, you'll definitely get full marks. You're definite to get full marks. Okay, 6 correct, 6 out of 6. All right, so this was all from me. I hope you have liked the video very much. Thank you so much, and all the best for your upcoming exams. I'll be coming with some more new videos which will be beneficial for all of you. Thank you so much. Please subscribe the channel, share the video, and if you have any doubt, feel free to comment in the comment box. Thank you so much.